Welcome back, everybody, to the Halloween episode of Five Downs with Fannon. As always, I am your host, Spencer Fannon. There's the graphic button. There we go, as you can see. Yeah, we had another really good week last week. Actually, we went 4-1 last week, surprisingly. So we're over 500. We are 11-9 through 4 weeks. Um, so I kind of wish I'd taken some of those picks because my other picks that I didn't talk about did not do so well. So we got that going for us. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who are returning. Thank you for those who are just joining us. Welcome. For those who have this is your first episode, quick rundown of how the show works. Five Downs with Fannon. You got 5 topics that I discuss. Usually they're 5 games coming up this weekend, and we break them down and all that. Now you might wonder, why is it 5 downs if there's only 4 downs in football, since this is primarily a football show? Well, I'm a Missouri alum, so quick history lesson. In 1990, University of Colorado played University of Missouri, and at the end of the game, the Colorado Buffaloes were awarded a extra down accidentally by the referees, and they used that extra down to score a touchdown to beat Missouri last minute of the game. Ended up springboarding that into a co-national championship in 1990 with Georgia Tech. So 5th down, 5 downs, there you go. So we got 5 games to talk about this week. We'll do a quick breakdown of what happened last week. Like I said, we went 4-1. The only game we missed was actually the over in the Missouri Vanderbilt game. We got Ole Miss. Ole Miss won outright. We had them plus 5.5, which was great. Had the over 51.5 for Missouri and Vanderbilt. That definitely went under. Had Texas A&M minus 2.5. They dominated. Had then Packers minus 3.5, and that looked a little iffy at the beginning because Steelers were playing really well, but then Packers took off in the second half. So that won. And then Commanders under 46 and Commanders Chiefs under 46.5 on Monday night. And that went, it got maybe a little hairy. It was definitely looking good in the first half. Only 14 points were scored, but then Kansas City kind of turned on the Jets, but put it in cruise control in the fourth quarter. So that came in pretty comfortably under the number. So, all right. I mean, yeah, again, 11-9 through 4 weeks. So yeah, let's see if we can keep the good streak going. We got 2 straight over 500 weeks. See if third time is the charm. So we'll get right into it. We're going to head on down to first down. All right, first down time. And I mean, it's a top 20 matchup, and it's the SEC. We got to do with it. We got number 9 Vanderbilt. Again, yes, number 9 Vanderbilt going to number 20 Texas. Now, Texas has certainly struggled this year. I mean, they were preseason ranked number 1. They fell out of the rankings. Now they're back in after a crazy win against Mississippi State last week in overtime. They had to come back, I think, from 2 touchdowns down in the fourth quarter. Vanderbilt, pretty sloppy game against Missouri last week at home, coming off their big win against LSU the week before. But they won. I mean, they won by 7. It's still a top 15 win, so kudos to Vanderbilt. Obviously, Diego Pavia has been the talk of the town and everything like that. He's rising up Heisman Trophy award boards. I think he's like third or fourth in the Heisman Trophy odds market. So he's really on now. He's got, I would say, he's having a very good year. He's 1,700 yards, 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions passing. He does have 5 touchdowns rushing and almost 500 yards on the ground. So almost 2,300 yards, 2,300 yards total. So that's pretty good, pretty impressive. So obviously Arch Manning was the Heisman front runner at the beginning of the year. He has definitely struggled, just under 1,800 yards, which is pretty solid through 8 games. He's got 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions and such. Not as mobile on the ground, obviously, at least as used on the ground as Pavia is. But we'll get right down into the betting breakdown of this game. Again, all bets, totals, over-unders and such are used through ESPN Bet, just because I can have ESPN up on my screen here and it has their odds book, their odds right there. So right now, Texas is a 2.5-point favorite at home, so it's probably a pick 'em on a neutral site because home field usually gets you 3 points. Over under is set at 44.5. It's kind of it's a lower number, especially for a college game. Usually college games are in like the high 40s to 50s and such like this. But I think this is a tough one because I think they're pretty two kind of evenly matched teams. I mean, Vanderbilt obviously 7-1, 3-1 in conference. Texas 6-2, 3-1 in conference play as well. So they're right there. I mean, if Texas wins this game, they kind of catapult themselves right back into that college playoff format. I mean, if Vanderbilt wins, they cement their chances, not 100% cement their chances, but they truly put themselves in the driver's seat for a college football playoff berth. So it's a really big matchup. Texas's defense is still playing very, very well. It's an 11 a.m. kick on Saturday. Vanderbilt, they scrappy. Pavia just makes plays and stuff. I'm looking at this. Initially, I was going to take Vanderbilt plus 2.5, but thinking about it, early game, both defenses kind of like very, very good, battling it out. I honestly think I'm gonna take the under in this. I'm gonna take the under 44.5. I think this is a really close, low scoring game. I don't trust enough of Texas's offense and such to do a ton and stuff. Even though they've got all these weapons with Arch Manning, Ryan Wingo, Wisner, all these guys, and Pavia's going to make plays, but this is probably the best defense that they're going to see all season. Even though Texas has been down, their defense has been very, very good. Yes, they didn't play great last week at Mississippi State. I mean, they gave up 38 points, but before that, they only gave up 13 to Kentucky and then 6 to Oklahoma and stuff. So it's like they've only given up 20 or more points 2 times this entire season. So I do think that Texas is going to keep it. I think that Texas's defense is going to be able to contain Pavia and the Vanderbilt offense enough that this is going to be a very low scoring game. I mean, I could see it a 21-17, 21-20, 20, maybe even 24-20 type game and stuff. Excuse me. So I'm going to take the under 44.5. Early game, two very good defenses, offenses. One has been struggling. One has not faced a defense like this. So, and also with Vanderbilt coming off of 2 really good wins, going on the road, I think they're going to be maybe not a letdown. Letdown is probably not the right word for it, but I just don't know if the Pavia Magic is going to be able to pull out a win, high scoring enough points against a really good Texas defense. So first pick of the day is Vanderbilt, Texas, under 44.5. So there's your first one. So that was first down. Let's head down to second down. All right, second down time, and we're staying in the SEC because, again, it's a top 20 ranked matchup. We got number 18 Oklahoma traveling to Knoxville to play number 14 Tennessee. These are two. This is a matchup of opposing sides in the sense of Oklahoma's defense is very, very good. Tennessee's offense is fantastic. Tennessee's defense is okay. Oklahoma's offense is okay. So it's going to – I mean, this is interesting. It's obviously both teams are 6-2 overall. Oklahoma is 2-2 in conference play. Tennessee is 3-2 in conference play. Tennessee, I think both teams obviously need this game for college football playoff implications. Oklahoma, I mean, they've only pull up this. Yeah, I mean, they beat Michigan, but they lost to Ole Miss last week. Obviously lost to Texas 3 weeks ago. So they're 2-1 against ranked opponents at the time of they were playing. Tennessee is they lost to Georgia and lost to Alabama, so they've lost both of their ranked opponents. They need this type of win because Tennessee they play Oklahoma this week, obviously, and then they end the season against Vanderbilt, who's ranked. And Oklahoma still has 2 more ranked opponents to face after Tennessee and Alabama and then hosting Missouri right before Thanksgiving. So That's going to be that's. I mean, this is a key. This is a key one. Quick betting breakdown. Tennessee is favored by 3.5. Over under set at a high 56.5 because Tennessee's offense is fantastic. Um, they're averaging. Let's see. Pull it up. The points. Where's Tennessee? Tennessee is third in the country, averaging 45.6 points a game. So, I mean, you got Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one, two, three, four, fifth in the country, only giving up 12. I'm sorry, no, they're not fifth in the country. No, they are. I'm sorry, they're fifth in only giving up 12.5 points a game. So, again, this is two teams that they're the way that this game's going to go is whichever's if Tennessee's offense can move the ball or if Oklahoma's defense can not give up any points. And I lean toward the offense in this. I think Oklahoma hasn't played an offense. I mean, they played Ole Miss last week, so I guess that's pretty close to it. But aside from that, that's the best offense that they faced, and they just lost to them. They gave up 34 points. Stuff, and that was at home. Now you're going on the road against a team that's probably got a better offense, or at least a more high profile offense, more dynamic offense in Tennessee. So I'm taking Tennessee and the Volunteers minus 3.5 in this game. It's a 6:30 Central kick and stuff Saturday evening. Knoxville is going to be rocking. This is obviously a big game. Tennessee needs this for college football playoff chances. I mean, Oklahoma's got two more ranked opponents left, so they still have a chance. But Tennessee hasn't beaten a ranked opponent, so they're going to come out. And I think they're going to come out firing in this. And because of that, I trust Tennessee's offense more than I trust Oklahoma's offense. Oklahoma's offense has really struggled. And such. I mean, even though John Matier is back, they still haven't really clicked like they were at the beginning of the year before he got hurt. So in this, Joey Aguilar, Josh Heupel, all those guys, I'm going to take the Volunteers here, minus 3.5 here. So that's second down. We got one more college football game to talk about, and I will say we are not in the SEC for this one. So let's head on down to third down. All right, third down, and like I said, we are not in the SEC anymore. We're going out west. We're in the Big 12, which is weird to say when you have Utah. But we got number 17 Cincinnati at number 24 Utah. This is actually the game day game. It's a weird kick. I mean, obviously it's Mountain Time, but it's at 9:15 Central, so it's gonna be a late game on Saturday afternoon. Quick betting breakdown. Even though Utah is 7 spots behind Cincinnati, Utah's getting 10.5. They're minus 10.5 point favorites in this. Over under set at 55.5. Cincinnati is 7-1. They're 5-0 in the Big 12. Utah is 6-2, 3-2 in the Big 12. So that's probably actually I say 10.5. I put it at 10.5. Now it's down. It's now down as of the recording of this on Thursday afternoon. It's at 9.5. So it actually makes me feel a little bit better and stuff because it's 10.5 is a big number and such. But I mean, this is going to be an interesting game. I mean, Utah finally got an offense going with Devin Dampier. I'm sorry, New Mexico's. Yeah, New Mexico State transfer, I believe it is, or New Mexico. Let me double check that. I think it's New Mexico. Clicky. Oh, they don't actually show us. Okay, bio. Let me go to bio. Yeah, New Mexico. I'm sorry, New Mexico. He transferred into Utah earlier this year. I'm sorry. But I mean, I didn't realize, but Sorsby, the Cincinnati quarterback, he's got a 20-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That is crazy and stuff. I mean, he's only completing, he's completing 65% of his passes, but he's struggled against AP ranked opponents. Though against conference opponents, he's at 63%. He's got 12-0 touchdown and interception ratio. So he is very, very solid and stuff. They've got, it's a little bit of a under the radar type of game here. It's not a good game, Big 12, different setup, but I mean, obviously, road game for Cincinnati. They're coming off big win against Baylor last week. They beat Iowa State earlier. That's the only time they faced a ranked opponent. Utah lost to Texas Tech at home, got blown out there. They beat Arizona State when they were ranked big time, but then lost at BYU a couple weeks ago. Utah's coming off a massive blowout of Colorado last week, 53-7. I think they were up 43-0 at halftime or 40-0 at halftime. So they're flying high on this. And this is, to be honest, I was looking when I first saw this game. I circled Utah and the points. I looked at when I looked at it, it was 10.5. Now it's 9.5. I looked at it there. I'm switching the pick. For my initial pick, I'm taking Cincinnati plus 9.5 here. I think Cincinnati. I didn't realize how in the Shaq meme, Cincinnati. I'm sorry, I was not familiar with your game and stuff. So I think Cincinnati's going to be able to put up some points. I think they're going to be able to keep it within 2 scores at the worst. I could see them sneaking out of Utah with a win. Obviously, Cincinnati probably. I mean, they've still got a couple. They've got one more ranked matchup against BYU in a couple weeks and stuff. So it's not. They've still got a chance, and they don't have a loss in conference play, so they can afford to lose this game and still have a chance to get to the Big 12 championship game in Dallas. But they don't want to take that risk because you still got to play. They play BYU though it's in Cincinnati, so that'll definitely help. Oh, it looks okay. Actually, it looks like Cincinnati's leading rusher, Pryor. What's his? Yeah, here we go. Bring up Evan Pryor. He's going to miss Saturday's game, so that's big. He's an averaging over 7 yards a carry and stuff. He's got almost 500 yards rushing, only 3 touchdowns. But I mean, heck, when your quarterback has thrown 20 touchdowns in 8 games, that's pretty good and such. But I look at I think the quarterback matchup obviously leans more towards Sorsby and such. The question is going to be, can Cincinnati's offensive line protect Sorsby? And you got defensive end for Utah, John Henry Daly. He's got 9.5 sacks already. So he's a monster and such this season. So it's going to be that'll be the key. Him coming off the edge. Can Cincinnati's offensive line protect him? And I think that they will enough. I think they'll focus on getting the ball out quick. So it's going to be on the Utah defensive backs to rally up and tackle quick. But for third down, I think I'm going to take Cincinnati plus 9.5 in this game. I think that they keep it close. I think they keep it within 2 scores and such. Just 9.5 is a big number. Conference game. Cincinnati, yes, it's on the road, so Utah is going to be pumped. They need this game. They can't afford another loss, especially conference loss. But I think Cincinnati and the points are the better play than Utah minus 9.5 here. So that's third down. We move out of the realm of college to the pro for fourth down. So let's get to it. All right, we have left the realm of college football and we're heading to fourth down and going to pros. And I mean, we got to talk about arguably the biggest matchup of the NFL weekend. Chiefs traveling to Buffalo to face the Bills. Obviously, Chiefs are on a heater right now. They're 5-3. They've won their last 3 games and 5 of their last 6 after starting 0-2. They've really dominated the last 3 games, only giving up 24 points combined in those 3 matchups and scoring at least 28 points in all 3. The Bills have lost 2 out of their last 3. They lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Falcons on Monday night. They did dominate the Panthers, but still the Panthers. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, right now, quick betting breakdown. Looks like the spread has gone back up. It opened at 1.5. When I initially looked, I circled it at 1.5. It's now up to Chiefs minus 2.5, though that's flip flopping there. And then the over under is at 52.5. I mean, I don't know how you can really bet against the Chiefs right now. I mean, it's insane. They're playing out of their minds right now, especially on defense. And now they've got their weapons back with Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy. Um, and all those Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce looked like a 6 years younger Travis Kelce in their last game against the Commanders. The defense is flying all over the place and such. I mean, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is playing at an MVP level. I hate to do it. I'm taking the Chiefs minus 2.5. I'm not super confident about it because I think this is gonna be a really tight game. It's under the key number of 3, so that's why I lean the Chiefs. If it was over 3, I'd probably go Bills and stuff. But I don't know if the Bills defense is going to be able to stop the Chiefs in this. Honestly, I mean, Ed Oliver, I believe, is on IR. He tore a pec muscle. I believe they announced earlier this week. The Bills defense has just not been very good this year. I mean, they've given up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. They've given up 1, 2. They've given up 20 plus points in 4 of their 7 games. Obviously, it's gotten a little bit better. Obviously, it's gotten better recently. I mean, they gave up 40 to the Ravens, but the Ravens can score on almost anybody and stuff and such. But yeah, I mean, like losing to the Falcons, that was rough. They just didn't play very well. I mean, yeah, it was a get right game last week against the Panthers, but still, it's like, I mean, the Commanders obviously didn't have Jaden Daniels last week when the Chiefs played them, but still, the Commanders didn't really have a chance in that game. I don't even think with Jaden Daniels and stuff, obviously, and such. So I think, to be honest, yeah, I think it's the Chiefs again. I do think this is a playoff preview, either in the divisional round or maybe the AFC Championship game, depending on how the seedings go down. It's obviously a big thing for home field, depending on the two and stuff. And I just think with the weapons that the Chiefs have gotten back, and how the defense is playing, and also how the Bills defense has been banged up and not playing well, I think it's just I'm talking myself into it's a easier pick for the Chiefs minus 2.5 here. So I mean, but Bill still got Josh Allen, so we'll have to see. It's gonna be a great game. It's the late afternoon game on CBS on Sunday and stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun and everything. So, but yeah, I have to take the Chiefs here. They've shown they can do it. I mean, obviously, certainly in the playoffs, Bills have beaten them in the regular season and stuff, but I don't trust the Bills defense to stop the Chiefs offense right now. They haven't been able to. They haven't the Bills defense hasn't shown me that they can stop a truly high powered offense when they need to. I mean, they didn't against the Ravens. Ravens did it to themselves. And then against the Patriots, they couldn't get a stop. They couldn't stop Drake May. And then again, the Falcons, the same thing. Now, Falcons aren't to that same caliber of offense, but still, they still couldn't get that stop. You couldn't get a turnover or a stop to get the game going. And so fourth down, big game in the afternoon slate. I'm going Chiefs minus 2.5. So, but there's fourth down. Let's head to fifth down in the finale. All right, fifth down time. Staying in the NFL. We're going to Sunday night. You got the Seahawks going to DC to face the Commanders. Now, it looks like Jaden Daniels is going to be back for this game, so that's a huge help for the Commanders and such. But Terry McLaurin is out. So you gain your quarterback, but you lose your best wide receiver. So that's going to be difficult. Seahawks, that defense is fantastic. The offense moves the ball around, and obviously Jackson Smith and Jigba is playing out of his mind and stuff right now. I think he leads the NFL. He's got 819 receiving yards in 7 games. Seahawks are 5-2. Commanders are 3-5 and such. Betting breakdown. Currently, Seahawks are 2.5 point favorites, even on the road. And the over-under is set at 47.5, excuse me. So, I mean, looking at this, I mean, Sam Darnold's playing really well. 3-1 touchdown interception ratio. Jaden Daniels obviously missed last week's game against the Chiefs. He's missed several games this year with various injuries. He looks to be back this week and such. But this Seahawks defense flies all over the field. So I think they're going to be able to contain Jaden Daniels. Obviously, Terry McLaurin's out, so you have Deebo Samuel as your main target and stuff, along with the tight end and such. But I think no one's been able to stop Jackson Smith and Jigba. and stuff. And I don't know if the Commanders defense is going to be able to do that. They haven't played very well all year and stuff. They gave up 44 to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago, 28 obviously last week to the Chiefs, gave up 25 to the Bears. Yes, they beat the Chargers, but 34 to the Falcons, 24 to the Raiders, 27 to the Packers. So it's like that defense has not been great. And I think Smith and Jacob is going to get his yards here. I think the Seahawks are going to be able to move the ball, and I honestly think the Seahawks are going to be able to contain Jane Daniels. So in this, and I'm not taking a side. I mean, maybe I would lean more Seahawks, maybe on the money line and stuff, but I'm going to go under 47.5 in this game. I don't know if the Commanders are going to be able to score enough points and such. And I think that the Seahawks are going to be able to control the clock, control momentum. They're going to be able to score. They're going to score their 25, 26, something like that. And I think they'll be able to keep the Commanders under 20 points, 20 or fewer. So I think the play is to go under. Obviously, yeah, they're probably going to somewhat take it easy with Jane Daniels coming back. He's probably not going to be running as much because of the hamstring injury he's coming back from. They don't want to re-aggravate it, so they're probably going to play ball control defense offense as well, which could lead, I think, to more punts and fewer ball movement and such like that. So, yeah, I mean, I just think that I think that this is an under game. It's currently 47.5. I think you take the under in it and such, and then see how it goes. I mean, I just don't know if I don't know if Jaden's leg is going to allow him to do the full breadth of that Cliff Kingsbury offense, the rollouts, the scrambles, stuff like that. So and I think the Seahawks defense is going to be able to contain him and just control the clock. And yeah, I mean, I would rather go under in this game than really any other pick. So, but yeah, that's fifth down. So those are the 5 picks. Again, we'll let you know. I'm going to go. I'm taking Texas. I think it was. Quick refresh of. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. Let me actually just. Fuck. I don't remember what I took for Texas. Schedule. I think it was. No, I took the under. I'm sorry. I took the under. Under 44.5. Okay. So show outro starting here at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, there we go. There were the 5 picks, the 5 downs and stuff. We'll do a quick refresh of them. I got in Vanderbilt, Texas. It's under 44.5. Oklahoma at Tennessee. I take Tennessee minus 3.5. With Cincinnati at Utah, I'm taking Cincinnati plus 9.5. Chiefs Bills, I'm taking Chiefs minus 2.5. And then Seahawks Commanders, I'm taking the under at 47.5. So those are the 5 picks. Obviously, we won 4-1 last week. We'll see if we can keep the good mojo going and everything. But thank you again for watching. Please let me know if you have any games or topics that you want me to talk about on the next episode. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, help it out. But until next week, again, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Have a great Halloween and enjoy the football. Later.